Coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Wolf. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Wolf. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Good. 180. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. One touch.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun, Wolf. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Von Miller able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Let's get it. At the 28-yard line. 180. Undercook.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He finds Beckham complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere he put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. The end result, 21 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Good. 180. Don't say nothing.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
We got 3. Go.
Mayfield looks to throw. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield. As the first half is winding down, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. 9 seconds to play, and likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wolf. This one complete to Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost it.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Browns add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation, but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Come ready.
On first down, Wolf. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Throwing on first down, Wolf. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Mike 4.
Mayfield to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Wolf. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Good. 180. Mike Gore. Come on, baby.
Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield rolling to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 out clock. 53. Mike, 53. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, Wolf. He's got it to Hilton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. On 3rd and 2, Wolf. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5, and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.